Hi, everybody. It's John Krantz with the CSW World Expo. We're just a week away from the expo starting, so I want to just talk to you a little bit about game sign-up activity, hopefully to help you network a little bit better as far as what games you're looking to play and give you a little more information about the events scheduled during the week. So I'm here on the website for CSW World Expo, and on the sign-ups page, you see it defaults to the Monster Game sign-ups. The way it basically works, and just to let you know, we've got reduced attendance this year. We've reduced attendance by over 40%. So we're going to have plenty of tables, plenty of table space for all the games that are going to be played. So really the focus is more about getting people together to match up to play games. So as you can see here from the Monster Game signups, what we do is if we have at least two people signed up as their first choice, a certain Monster game, we'll reserve and designate some table space for you at the beginning of the event. And you can see here with the blue highlight, we have some gaming groups here for Monster games that have a blue highlight, so they'll have reserved table space. But you'll also notice if we only have one person that's signed up for a game, I've added a note that you might want to consider another game, or at least you're going to have to find somebody else that wants to join you in your first choice if you want to have reserved table space. Again, it doesn't mean you can't play the game at all. It just is in regards to having a reserved table spot with your game listed on it for Monster games only. We're not doing it for any of the open gaming during the event because we have plenty of open tables. People network, find a spot to play games, and that's how we've always done it. So it works very well. But for the Monster games, we try to get uh, tables set up for certain groups. So if you find yourself in a situation where you're looking to do monster gaming and you're just not finding your first choice, is it seems to be working out because nobody else is listing it as their first choice, definitely consider networking with other attendees that might have similar interests. Maybe they have it listed as their second game choice or their third game choice. So no harm in reaching out and emailing people to see if they might be willing to play that monster game with you. Again, if we get at least two people for a monster game, I can then reserve that table spot, which will make things just an added convenience for you at the start of the event. But again, it's not required to have reserved space. It's just something that's nice to have when you arrive at the event. So as you go through this list of Monster Gaming's your interest, definitely check out what we have here on our list. You'll also notice that there might be just one person who's picked a monster game as their first choice, and there might be people in the second or third choice category. But again, if it's only one person who's showing it as their first choice, that's not enough people to have a reserved spot, a reserved table uh, for the start of the event. You'll just need to go ahead and grab a table once you know you have players available for your game. Best case scenario is to let me know in advance. If you have a second person who's definitely going to play your monster game, that's what gets you that reserved spot or your designated spot, and then we can take care of you. Of course, it's going to be a little bit tricky because we're in final prep mode right now for Expo, so it might be difficult for me to update the Expo site, although I'll try to do it over the weekend the best I can as far as any final changes. If you scroll down to the bottom of the sign up sheet, we also have all our open gaming selections. So again, lots of titles. I use a green shade for where we have more than one person with a matching interest. And again, you just meet up, find a table, and you're good to go. And we'll have plenty of tables throughout the event available. I also want to draw special attention to our featured game sessions. So if you're concerned about I might not have a game to play or I might have trouble finding people, just keep in mind that there's a lot of designers looking to have able and willing playtesters for their games. We also have two drop-in events, drop-in tournament style events. We have Down in Flames returning again this year, and also The Last 100 Yards by designer Mike Denson. Both of those are big events throughout the week that are available that we definitely recommend, even if you're doing a monster game or smaller games. It doesn't take much time at all just to drop in and play a little bit. So for any drop-in gaming, I definitely recommend those two featured events, Down in Flames and The Last 100 Yards. But again, if you look at the schedule, we have a lot of designers going to be attending, looking for play testers, or they're hosting play sessions with games that have already been published. So definitely keep that in mind. Last thing I do want to mention about the event in general is for helping people meet up. We do several things. We have meetups in the morning and in the afternoon. We meet in the ballroom foyer area. We just meet up informally. I do a quick poll of the people that show up, asking them what they're looking to play. So that always helps each year to help match up people. Also, we'll have a big whiteboard in the main ballroom for players wanted. where you can write down what games you're looking to play, and you put your cell phone number down so people can find you easily. So that works out really well also. And finally, for those that are looking for players at their table, we have little tabletop green flag pendant flags. You just set them on top of your table. It's a nice green flag. So if anybody is looking for a potential game they can join and play, all you have to do is look for a table with a green flag or pendant flag that's situated on top of that table. So we'll have it for all the drop-in tournaments and games, for example. They'll all have that green flag because they're looking for drop-ins. So definitely take advantage and look for that. If you're looking for players for a game that you have, definitely grab one of the green flags from our front registration desk so you can have one set up at your table as well. So again, that's just a quick rundown on game signups. Again, I appreciate everybody sending me their game signups as well as their updates. Now's your last really good chance to do some final jockeying and contacting other attendees about maybe matching up for certain games. Again, you don't have to have a reserved table space at all. It's just nice to have for certain monster games. If there's enough people, we can do it. But again, for monster gaming and all the open gaming, it's always open seating. And we have, again, plenty of tables given we've reduced attendance this year. Last thing I want to mention is the hotel policy regarding masking, face mask policy. If you are fully vaccinated, masks are optional in the expo areas. In the private group areas we have, which is the main ballroom, any breakout gaming rooms, the seminar room, the publisher deal, the exhibitor sales room, the game auction room we're going to have Thursday night, the welcome reception that we do Monday night. Those are all our own private venues, our own private area. So if you're fully vaccinated, masking is optional to you. Constant World or the hotel, they're not going to be asking anybody about if they're vaccinated, what their status is. That will not be happening. Although if you're traveling, I don't know what's going to happen when you're traveling. There might be a requirement through an airline or something else. I don't know. So keep in mind, you always want to be prepared. And if you're going to stores or anywhere in Tempe, masks will most likely be required if you're visiting stores, etc. Now, the hotel did change their policy about a week or two ago. And if you're in a public area of the hotel, like the hotel lobby, the hotel check-in desk for your rooms, or if you have a room at the hotel and you're walking the hotel hallways, they do require face masks for everybody. So they are looking for everybody to have face masks on if you're in a public area of the hotel. But again, if you're sitting down or attending any of our venues and functions and you are fully vaccinated, you can wear the mask or you can go optionally without the mask. So I just want to make that clear to everybody. But again, realize a lot of you are traveling. Keep in mind there's going to be other restrictions in play. You're going to be in contact with other people as well besides Expo attendees, obviously. So please take all the necessary precautions you can, given that you might be traveling in as well. So we're really looking forward to the event, the kickoff after a one-year hiatus. So we're returning to our 20th annual event after it's been 2 years now. So we're really excited to be back. Looking forward to seeing you all. And we'll be setting up late on Friday night, August 27th. So hopefully I'll see you that evening, or most likely I'll see you on Saturday or Sunday, the 28th and 29th of August. Take care and safe travels, everybody. Bye-bye.